I'm Ann Croker, writing coach. If you're tuning in for the first time, welcome. If you're a regular, welcome back. Today, you've joined hundreds of established and emerging writers who are discovering ways to reach their writing goals and have fun by being more curious, creative, and productive. You're listening to Ann Croker, writing coach. This is episode 249. AI writing tools keep getting better. How can writers keep up? An interview with ChatGPT. AI writing apps, programs, and tools like ChatGPT are all over the news at the time of this recording. People are reacting. They're writing articles and opinion pieces and recording podcasts like I am right now. Some say, don't worry, they can't write like humans. Others say this is an inkling of what's ahead. They are going to surpass our skills. You'll find articles suggesting we sign up, use the tech as a free writing assistant to help with research and drafting and writer's block. And of course, there are those who are imagining worst-case scenarios. So it's not all gloom and doom. And in fact, for a glimpse of what's possible now, listen in on my interview with an AI writing app that's making the headlines, ChatGPT. The first thing I asked was, why should writers bother with learning the craft of writing when we can now use AI writing apps like ChatGPT? Here's what ChatGPT wrote in response. While AI writing tools like ChatGPT can be helpful for generating ideas or suggesting potential phrasings, they should not be seen as a replacement for learning the craft of writing. AI writing tools are limited by their programming, and they are not able to fully understand or replicate the creativity and nuance of human writing. What do you think? It's actually pretty good, isn't it? And this is me talking, just to be clear. So I ask another question. This is Anne. What should writers do to learn the craft of writing? So ChatGPT responds like this. There are many ways that writers can learn the craft of writing, including reading widely and critically to develop an understanding of different styles and techniques, studying the works of successful and influential writers to learn from their approaches, taking writing classes or workshops to learn from experienced instructors and receive feedback on your work, practicing writing regularly to improve your skills and develop your voice, seeking out and implementing feedback from others, such as beta readers or writing group members, being open to learning new things and trying out new techniques to find what works best for you. That's pretty good advice, if you ask me. This is Anne talking. So I continued. I asked this, is it better to write conversationally or to infuse our writing with literary techniques? ChatGPT responded, it ultimately depends on the context and purpose of the writing. Writing conversationally can be effective for making the text more relatable and engaging for the reader, while incorporating literary techniques can add depth and complexity to the writing. In general, it is important for writers to consider their audience and their goals when deciding how to approach their writing. I asked, what kind of audience would prefer a conversational writing style? ChatGPT. A conversational writing style is often preferred by readers who are looking for a more relatable and accessible text. This style can make the writing feel more personal and engaging and can help to establish a connection with the reader. It is often used in informal writing, such as in blog posts or social media posts, where the goal is to engage the reader and invite them to participate in a conversation. I asked, what kind of audience or reader would prefer a literary style of writing? ChatGPT. A literary style of writing is often preferred by readers who are looking for a more complex and sophisticated text. This style typically incorporates literary techniques such as figurative language, symbolism, and other devices to add depth and complexity to the writing. It is often used in formal or academic writing where the goal is to convey complex ideas or to engage the reader on a deeper level. I asked, name 3 things a writer can add to her writing that will make it stand out compared to AI-generated text. ChatGPT. Some things that a writer can add to their writing to make it stand out compared to AI-generated text include a unique and personal voice that reflects the writer's own experience and perspective, creative and original ideas that go beyond what an AI tool would produce, emotion and feeling that conveys the writer's passion and connection to their subject matter. I kind of liked the answer and I wanted to see what else it might recommend, so I decided to try to phrase the question to make it expand. I wrote, name 10 things a writer can add to his writing to make it stand out compared with AI-generated text. ChatGPT. Some additional things that a writer can add to their writing to make it stand out compared to AI-generated text include complex and nuanced characters that have depth and individuality, descriptions that use sensory language to bring the setting and scenes to life, metaphors and similes that add creativity and depth to the writing, dialogue that captures the unique voices and personalities of the characters, plot twists and unexpected turns that keep the reader engaged and guessing, a clear and engaging structure that guides the reader through the story, themes and symbols that add layers of meaning to the writing, humor and wit that adds levity and entertainment value, emotional resonance that connects with the reader on a deeper level, a distinctive style that sets the writer's work apart from others. I asked, what does the quote craft, close quote, of writing mean for nonfiction writers? ChatGPT. For nonfiction writers, the quote craft, close quote, of writing refers to the skills and techniques used to effectively communicate information and ideas. Nonfiction writing can take many different forms, such as journalism, academic writing, technical writing, and more. In all of these cases, the writer must be able to clearly and accurately convey information and ideas while also engaging and interesting the reader. I asked, what does the phrase, quote, the art of writing, close quote, mean? ChatGPT. The phrase, quote, the art of writing, close quote, refers to the creative and expressive aspects of writing. It encompasses not only the technical skills and techniques used in writing, but also the ability to use language in a way that is imaginative, evocative, and unique. In this sense, writing is seen as a form of art in which the writer uses words to create something that is beautiful, moving, or thought-provoking. I asked, what would happen if AI writing apps started authoring novels? ChatGPT. If AI writing apps were able to author novels, it could potentially revolutionize the publishing industry. AI tools could potentially generate novel-length works at a much faster rate than human writers, and they could potentially do so without experiencing writer's block or other common challenges that human writers face. However, there are also concerns that the widespread use of AI for writing could lead to a loss of diversity and individuality in literature, as AI-generated works may lack the creativity and uniqueness of human-authored works. It is difficult to predict exactly how the use of AI for novel writing would play out, but it is likely that it would have both positive and negative impacts on the publishing industry. I ask, could AI writing apps write nonfiction books right now? ChatGPT. It is possible for AI writing tools to generate nonfiction content, but it is unlikely that they would be able to produce a full-length nonfiction book at this time. AI tools are limited by their programming, and they are not able to fully understand or replicate the complexity and nuance of human writing. While they may be able to generate short pieces of nonfiction content, such as news articles or product descriptions, it is currently beyond their capabilities to write a book-length work of nonfiction that covers a specific topic in depth. I asked, when do people, open parentheses, or AI writing apps themselves, close parentheses, predict they will surpass human writing techniques? ChatGPT. It is difficult to predict exactly when AI writing tools will surpass human writing techniques, if they ever do. While AI technology continues to advance at a rapid rate, there are many challenges and limitations to using AI for writing. One major challenge is that AI tools are not able to fully understand or replicate the creativity and nuance of human writing, which are essential components of good writing. Additionally, AI tools are limited by their programming, and they may not be able to adapt to new situations or changing contexts in the same way that human writers can. For these reasons, it is difficult to predict when or if AI writing tools will surpass human writing techniques. As a follow-up, I asked, was that answer supplied to reassure the person asking it that AI is not taking over the world in a decade? ChatGPT. No, that was not the intention of my previous answer. My answer was intended to provide information about the current state of AI writing tools and their limitations, as well as to discuss some of the challenges and uncertainties surrounding their potential future development. I am a large language model trained by OpenAI, and I do not have the ability to make predictions or assumptions about the future. My purpose is to provide accurate and helpful information based on the knowledge that I have been trained on. And I have to say, at this point, I just felt a little bit like I was interacting with Hal in 2001 Space Odyssey. It got a little creepy when ChatGPT started using first-person pronouns. Anyway, I asked, what would you advise a person to do over the next year to become a better writer? ChatGPT. If you are looking to become a better writer, there are several steps you can take over the next year to improve your skills and develop your craft. Some suggestions include read widely and critically to expose yourself to different styles and techniques. Study the works of successful and influential writers to learn from their approaches. Take writing classes or workshops to learn from experienced instructors and receive feedback on your work. Practice writing regularly and try out new techniques and styles to find out what works best for you. Seek out and implement feedback from others, such as beta readers or writing group members. Be open to learning and trying new things, and don't be afraid to experiment and take risks with your writing. Sign up for the Art and Craft of Writing, an 8-week intensive launching in January 2023. I'm just kidding. ChatGPT did not say that one, but that's the only thing I added, and it is open for enrollment right now, so you can go to anncroker.com/artcraftwriting. But isn't that amazing? That said, you may notice that those bullet points, except for the one that I added, are identical to some that it had said in response to another similar query or a similar question. But overall, what do you think? Is this the beginning of the end? Or is it opening up new possibilities somehow, some way? Are human writers everywhere about to lose their jobs? Or can human writers everywhere start using this technology in some creative way to actually advance their work and skills? I'd love to discuss this with you. Find me on social media. I'm at Ann Croker almost everywhere. And I did ask one last question. As a writing coach, I was curious. So I asked, could AI replace writing coaches? You want to know what it said? ChatGPT. It is possible that AI could be used to assist writing coaches in their work, but it is unlikely that AI could completely replace writing coaches. Writing coaches are trained to help writers improve their writing skills, and they use a variety of techniques and strategies to do so. This typically involves working with writers one-on-one and providing individualized feedback and guidance based on the writer's specific needs and goals. While AI may be able to provide some helpful suggestions and feedback for writers, it is unlikely that it could replicate the personalized and human-centered approach of a trained writing coach. Additionally, AI may not have the same level of understanding and empathy as a human writing coach, which could make it less effective at helping writers improve their skills. And it kind of nailed it there, because I do have training, I do have understanding, I do also bring empathy. And ChatGPT was interesting enough to interact with, but it can't bring empathy, and it can't tell stories apparently, and it can't form opinions. And those are some of the things I learned when I interviewed ChatGPT, an AI writing app that you too could explore. As you may have noticed, this episode is sponsored by the Art and Craft of Writing, an 8-week intensive I lead a few times a year. At the time of this recording, the next cohort will launch in early 2023. We could even discuss this topic in your cohort community space. So anyway, you can learn more at anncroker.com/artcraftwriting. I'm Ann Croker, cheering you on as a writing coach in your ear. Everywhere we may meet, at my website, here on this podcast, in your inbox, or even in person, I'm always looking for ideas to share with you that will help you achieve your writing goals and have fun by being more curious, creative, and productive. Thank you for listening.